Hey Taurus, how are you? Welcome to your Siren Song reading. As I was shuffling, I felt a sense of things being really solid. Solid. It was a feeling, not a word. We left you last week on Vimeo as you're having chosen to be happy in the face of all conditions. So whether you're pushing the rock up the hill or whether it's rolling back down, you intend to be happy. Ended the Vimeo reading by quoting my political thought professor, who actually was quoting Camus. I looked into it further. It's Camus who said that one must imagine Sisyphus happy. Sisyphus is the guy who pushes the rock up the hill even though it rolls back down. Camus believed that life was meaningless, and the good news about that is that since it's meaningless, you can assign any meaning you want to it and be fully invested in that meaning. So that's the philosophical ground upon which we start. Bottom of your decks, we have Ten of Swords. There is something that you are so done with. And Queen of Rods coming in. So Aries energy, really powerful fire queen. And you, Taurus, were really supportive in Aries readings too. So I'm not surprised. You guys are sharing. I mean, you share the sky, right? You're side by side. But you're also supporting each other. So, Taurus, we open your song with the Four of Wands. Yeah, there you go. Happy home, amazing foundation, right? From there, Ace of Cups. So, yeah, Taurus isn't messing around, right? This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love energy just flowing out of that cup. Your cup is full. Look at all that light. It's gorgeous. I see that figure. Oh yeah, so that's sort of like, oh, so all this sort of sacred energy converging in that Ace of Cups. We've got vines growing all around and a beautiful lotus flower. See that? Gorgeous lotus flower. That's the symbol of one of the Taurus Nakshatra, Rohini, I think. Rohini? Think so. I think that's the symbol. And then we have the World card. Gorgeous. Wow. This is a beautiful, beautiful beginning here. Yeah, like I said, I think you were done. That Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck before this reading even began. Let's see. What's under that? What's under that is the Moon card. What's under that is the Three of Wands, right? So you were waiting, something was hidden, done. Ten of Swords, and then you open your reading with this Four of Wands into the Ace of Cups, into the World card, into Judgment. Whoa, check you out. That's amazing. Look at these. Look at these. This is your first verse. Four of Wands, Ace of Cups, World, Judgment. Wow, Taurus, how beautiful is this? Well, actually, all your energies gotta be feeling better. I mean, had all that eclipse energy, you know, and we're just in the sidereal zodiac, which is the one I use, where we just crossed over into Gemini. So it's kind of like you had house guests. Like, house guests for like such a long time. And they were, you know, they took a lot out of you, you know. Sometimes it was fun when you were like pushing that rock up the hill together. And sometimes you were like, oh, well, it was rolling back down. But now you got your Four of Wands back. You've got your house back to yourself, you know, and this is all metaphorical, but that's kind of like what the energy is right now as the sun's moving into Gemini and we're passing out of that sort of like eclipse zone that your space had become, you know what I mean? And yeah, anyway, that's how I'm seeing it. So your chorus is the survivor, right? So cool. So pragmatic can be called like a scrapper, something like that, but like when it all goes pear-shaped, like I'm always looking for alternatives to sort of colloquial sayings that involve swears, but like when the bloop comes down, like when it all goes to, anyway, when it all goes pear-shaped, you've got the goods. You've got the ability to make sure nobody goes hungry, you know, yeah, you know how to operate, like, in the gaps, behind the scenes, like, how to, like, when the whole culture is like, really, thriving and abundant and doing well, and everybody has, like, more than enough of everything they need, like, you might get called, like, a ragamuffin or something, but when, like, if there's a disaster or anything, you're the one keeping everybody okay. Survivor energy. It's fundamental connection to how to function here on the earth plane. It's very Taurus. It's not all of Taurus. Taurus is multi-layered and you contain multiverses. But this is fundamental. We go to you for this. We need you for so many reasons, but we need you for that. That's one of them. Opening your second verse, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Wounded Warrior card. So there is a sense of, like, there is a sense of survivor here in this reading so far. You know, bottom of the deck, like, you're so done with something, supported by this Fire Queen, you know, and then you come in, my Four of Wands, you know, my Ace of Cups, the World card, finally all those house guests are gone, kind of feeling. Judgment, being exonerated. Theme of the reading, survivor. First line of the second verse, Wounded Warrior. Second line, Princess of Cups. So a little Page of Cups is coming in. A little message of love is coming in. Two of Pentacles. Your reading last week ended with Two of Pentacles energy. You're having to sort, like, everything that you had accepted and adopted, like the way that you had embraced, like, a higher level of being alive. Like Two of Pentacles, so that juggling act that you have with, like, you know, all the different aspects of being alive, like pushing the rock up the hill, watching it roll back down, like, your ability to juggle all of that is still fully active. And then Five of Cups, so some kind of attitude, like, as though you're experiencing loss in the second verse. Interesting. So chorus, the survivor. Second verse, Wounded Warrior. Little message of love. Juggling all of the different aspects of life's emotional causation. And then a feeling of loss there at the end of the second verse. And we'll clarify it all. So then survivor chorus moves over to join the bridge, and the bridge is the council. So the council is it's a spiritual energy that we can access at any time. It's also, and I mean, you may or may not believe in this, right? Like, you assign meaning to your life. You assign whatever meaning you want to your life. But it can be thought of as, like, a council of people who you will meet when, like, assessing your life, when putting, like, the good you've done and the not so good you've done on scales or whatever, like, but in any event, it's a spiritual energy that you can access at any time in order to get counsel. So this is the combination of things, and it's inside the heart of the survivor. I'm sure the survivor relies upon spiritual counsel. So the survivor relying on spiritual counsel is what your chorus is. The survivor, you know, so that's in between all the verses, but when the chorus meets the bridge in the climax of the song, it's the survivor relying upon counsel. Now we're going to start to clarify everything here now. Just a reminder, bottom of the deck, you are done with something. We've got the support of this Fire Queen here. That's like an overall how you come in. You have your Four of Wands. It's clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So, yeah. So, like, all the house guests are leaving your beautiful home, your metaphorical home. Like, it's emptying out of thinking and belief systems that are not independent. Like, you've got your own messenger, see? You've got your own messenger. Probably this. That you are consulting in this independent energy, Venus and Virgo. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, Taurus. Then your Ace of Cups. So there's a little Eight of Swords energy that's clarifying your Ace of Cups. So some kind of like being in your own way here. Being in your own way, being fearful. Feeling trapped even if you're not. You know, I mean, I can understand if my house had been full of people and like my truce, and they were finally, you know, gone. Like after like cooking and cleaning and like, you know, like making beds and like finding places to sleep and giving people rides to the airport and all of that. Like my natural state might still be Ace of Cups, but I might not be at my best in that moment. Like, I might feel a little trapped or, yeah. There might be some sort of residual energy, you know? Maybe, like, time to, like, call the housekeeper if you have one. Like, not that you have a housekeeper, but, like, maybe somebody that you hire, like, once a year or twice a year, like, to clean your house right before the holidays or something like that. Somebody to come in and give the place, like, a full sweep. Anyway, still talking metaphorically, right? Like, this might be the housekeeper I'm referring to, the counsel that you keep. You know, maybe you haven't had any time to yourself or something like that. Again, metaphorical. World card comes in, and then you've got the Star. So you're gyring to a new level here, and you're completely supported by the Star energy. You're blessed, Aquarius energy. See, there she is, pouring from one cup to another. Filling one cup, pouring to another, very free with the love. Not to be confused with free love. Just, you know, she is love, you are love. You know, this is the state, the natural state that you want to be in. This is a temporary hold on you. You can change it at any time. In reality, you're ending a cycle, right? You're ending a cycle. You've got your happy home back to yourself, whether or not that's your internal home, your physical home. It's blessed. And then the Judgment card, Page of Wands, Page of Rods in this deck. There's that lotus again. See that lotus that we saw at the bottom, supporting the Ace of Cups, symbol of Rohini, Moon's favorite. Rohini is one of the nakshatra in Taurus. There's a messenger of fire regarding your exoneration, regarding your judgment. Again, the description in this card talks about like that sort of like judgment day. The council that will like sort of assess your life with you, if you believe in that, if you assign it meaning. Go into your chorus of the survivor. And then your Two of Pentacles, there's some Seven of Swords energy. So some kind of strategic energy, manipulation, something happening like behind the scenes, under the scenes, some kind of sneaky energy potentially. Could just be strategy, doesn't necessarily have to be bad. Could just be that your juggling is a strategic way of handling things right now. Doesn't have to be bad. Gets a bad rap. It gets assigned negativity. It's a neutral card about strategizing. You know, strategizing. Sometimes getting away with something, depending upon whether strategy is used for good or ill. In this case, I think this is a strategy for you. You know, balancing all of the different aspects. something that you mastered in the last readings last week. Because then we have your Page of Cups clarified by Page of Cups. All right, so definitely this love message could be coming in from another person, could be coming in from the divine, could be coming in from your own self, could be just rising up in you, you know, just rising up now that this kind of smoke is clearing, the metaphorical guests have left, your, you know, overfilled house of Taurus is clearing a bit, right? And so this is lifting, and as this is lifting, and as it's lifting, this sort of beautiful message of love is just rising up. Page of Swords, Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Page of Cups, my apologies. Big difference. And then the World card, Page of Pentacles. So I'm thinking about the birds. I'm thinking about the bird in the very beginning of the reading, Venus in Virgo, Nine of Pentacles, as your Four of Wands opens the reading, right? Your beautiful home. Home as the house of Taurus, whatever house that is for you, right? Probably your sun in this case, but I don't know what house your sun falls in. Like, where is Taurus for you in your chart? If you do a sidereal chart reading and figure out where it is, right? That home is emptying out, and there are messages. There are messages in your independence, in that home, in that house of Taurus. It's your house of Taurus, or it's your physical home, or it's your internal home. It's whichever home is most resonating for you, okay? Whether it's your astronomical home, your astrological home, your physical home, your internal home, your childhood home. In your independent state, Venus in Virgo, right? Venus rules Taurus. This is the card of Venus in Virgo. There's a message, a very clear message that's coming to you. Counsel. And it's a message of love. It may be more than one message, because not only do you have the Page of Cups twice, messenger of love and emotion, but you also have the Page of Pentacles, messenger regarding things that are grounded, that are of the earth, messenger of your element, Taurus, clarifying your Wounded Warrior card, your Nine of Wands. And then that sense of loss, that Five of Cups, is clarified by King of Cups energy. That's your energy. That's you, Taurus, fixed sign. I'm sorry, it's not. You're the fixed sign of Earth. Ugh, I'm so confused. You are, in fact, a king. But you are not the King of Cups. This is the card of Scorpio, which is directly across the sky from you, which is where that Rahu Ketu axis is, where the eclipse axis has been. So that's an interesting way to see it. I wish I hadn't misspoke, because I'm afraid of losing your trust. But this is the King of Cups. This is the King in Scorpio. You are the King in Taurus. Between these two kings is this axis. Rahu is in Taurus and has been for a while. Ketu is in Scorpio. So these two kings are across the sky from each other. You and the King of Cups are across the sky from each other. And this is the axis of the eclipses, because the eclipses happen regarding the nodes. Rahu and Ketu, are, as you know, are the nodes. Rahu has been in Taurus. Ketu has been in Scorpio. Two kings across the sky from each other. Five of Cups, something about loss. I'd like to know more at this point. I know we're going to know more in Vimeo. I'm just going to take a quick look at it to see what more I can learn right now. Well, you're surviving a challenging time. It might just be as simple as you're surviving with the counsel of these messages that are coming to you in an independent state within your home that is now finally emptying out of the taxing guests or the guests who had become taxing. You've survived that. You've survived that, you know. You have some kind of sense of loss, though. And I don't think I'm going to know more about it yet. I think we'll have to wait until we get over to Vimeo to know more. But in any event, Taurus, if this is where I leave you, you are the quintessential survivor taking spiritual counsel. And we appreciate you for that. So thank you so much, Taurus. Hope to see you. Bye.